Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing question 169, problem majority element within LeetCode. So let's go ahead and get started. Given an array of nums of size n, return the majority element. The majority element is the element that appears more than n divided by 2 times. You may assume that the majority element is always in the array. So example 1, we're going to output 3 because there's 2 3s, 1 2. And then example 2, we're going to output 2 because there's more 2s than 1s. So for the approach here, we're going to go ahead and first sort nums in ascending order. From there, we're going to go ahead and iterate through the list, checking each value, and then we're going to increase the counter if a certain value is repeated. And then we're going to go ahead and continue going through the list. Once we find a new element, we're going to go, or a new value, we're going to go ahead and start the counter again. If that element has more than the previous, or the largest standing element, we're going to go ahead and replace that as the majority element until we reach end, and then whatever value is the majority element, we're going to return that. So let's go ahead and get started. So first, we're going to go ahead and sort nums. So nums.sort. Oops. Then we're going to go ahead and initialize our counter. It's going to be 1 because we're going to be comparing nums to the previous, or we're going to be comparing our current index to the previous index. That's how we're going to be doing it. And then majority length. So this is going to stand for how many of a certain element we have. And this is going to be the one that we compare against. And then majority element. We're just going to start that off at nums 0. So it's just going to be initialized as the first index. And so it says that there's always going to be the majority element within the array. So that means that if the array is 3 characters or less, it's always going to be the, actually, that won't be true. Never mind. So if it's, if it is less than 3, the length is less than 3, then we are always going to be returning the first element. So we can just get that out of the way. So if nums are length of nums is, oops, wait, nums less than 3, we can go ahead and return majority element. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and iterate through our list, our array. So for I in range length. We're going to start at the second element because we're comparing to the last element. So length nums. So if nums we're going to go ahead and increase the counter value by 1 if nums is equal to the previous index. And then we need to check for the last element. So if we do get to the last element and this is true, we need to instantly compare the counter to the majority length. If that's longer, then we're just going to go ahead and replace majority element with the current index, and then we're going to return that. So go ahead and if greater than so if it doesn't match, that means we've reached the next character or the next value in the list. So we can go ahead and compare everything. So and because we're going to be on the new element or the new value at this time, we're going to go ahead and return the last index so that we get the correct number here, or the correct value. And then we're going to go ahead and reset everything. So counter is going to be equal to 1. Same with majority length. And then we're going to go ahead and return majority element at the end. Well, that should be good. Let's go ahead and comment this all out. So we need to, I forgot to put the condition in here. So I'm just going to say if nums equal to I plus 1. All right. And we can make this a little cleaner by putting And then if we're in the middle of this, we're going to do the same thing. All right, and it's going to be the last element. Okay. All right, so that should be good. Let's go ahead and run it. Perfect. That worked. Let's go ahead and submit it. And I'm missing something. Oh, that's because I forgot to update or replace the value of majority element with the counter value. So we're going to have to switch this real quick. There we go. That should work. Okay, there we go. Let's go and submit it. Perfect. Alrighty, so all right, there you go, guys. Thank you guys for joining in. If you guys liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. Go ahead and subscribe. Let me know if you liked my solution, if you got a better solution, or if there's something different within my solution I could have done to, to make it run a little bit faster. Other than that, guys, thank you for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.